TCGplayer Direct is making its way back, and that makes me a very happy camper. Hey, if this is your first time here, my name is TJ. I make videos and I run a business called PokePaster TCG. I buy and sell all sorts of Pokemon cards. Today, I just, on my way home, I was running from meeting to meeting doing church stuff because I work as a pastor full time, and I met someone and bought some cards. And so I love whenever it works out just like that, you know, maximizing efficiency. But yeah, I sling cards out of my basement here in Minnesota and have this six-figure Pokemon card business. And I also help you guys do the same. I help people get started on TCG Player. And so if you've ever wondered, like, man, I've got these cards sitting around, I'd love to make some money, or I'd love to sell these so that I have more money to buy cards to buy packs to open, or buy cards at conventions and card shows and stuff, then my channel might be able to help you out. So if you're looking at how to start a TCG Player account, or how to ship cards out, or how to list cards, how to do any of that, I've got all sorts of videos on my channel, so give that a look. But I also sell in the TCG Player Direct program, and that's what today's video is about, because it has been gone, reduced to atoms for a while, right? Where is TCG Player Direct? Oh, how I have missed it. But I got an email today saying that it's coming back, and it has been making its way back for a while, but today was another update saying that more sets we're going to be selling in the Direct program. So that's what we're going to chat about. Now, what is TCG Player Direct? So you guys may be unaware. I've said this a few times on the channel before, but this is a program where sellers are able to opt in and essentially sell cards in this program. And if someone buys a card from TCG Player Direct, typically it's like the listing on the top right corner of the page, which is cool because there's added visibility to direct sellers. And when a buyer purchases a card from Direct, it gets shipped instead of from the seller directly. It gets shipped to them immediately with tracking from TCG Player, and it's supposed to be a way to like guarantee that you get the card quality, that it's the same condition, that it gets to you quickly. And so TCG Player sends the customer the card, and then after the seller hits a certain amount of sales, the TCG Player sends the seller a reimbursement invoice, which is a piece of paper saying like, hey, here's all the cards we sold, please reimburse us these cards so that we can, you know, keep our catalog up to date, so that we can keep selling these cards in the Direct program. And it's really slick for buyers, because buyers get the cards quickly, and it's really slick for sellers sometimes because sellers are able to spend less time packing orders. And that's what I've missed the most. I have missed TCG Player Direct because I am a busy dude. Like I said earlier, I am a pastor full-time, so I spend my days during the week doing pastor things. What does that even mean anyways? That's a good question. Maybe something for another video. And then on weekends, I make church services happen. But then on top of that, like, I'm a husband. I've got a wife. I love spending time with her. And we've got 3 little ones, 6, 3, and 6 months. So we're in like the crazy phase of having little kids where they're running around destroying our house all the time. And so a lot of our life is that. And so in the evenings that's when I get to work on the Pokemon card business. And I like to be efficient. I like to maximize my time. And it got to a point where, because of the size of my store, because of the inventory that I have available, which, by the way, if you want to see what I have available, 5% off market. You guys can buy singles from me 5% under market, not through the Direct program, but just you guys. So check that out. But my inventory was getting big enough where I was having basically no margin, no time in the evenings to do anything other than ship cards out. I'd get done with a busy day of work and hanging out with my wife and my kids, and I'd go down in the basement, turn on the computer, and it's like, boom, there's 45 orders, there's 60 orders, there's 38 orders. And that pretty much sucks up any time that I have. So I can't list cards, I can't record content, I can't do any of this stuff, right? Any cool creative things, any coaching, none of that. It's just eaten up by shipping out cards. So that's where Direct comes in handy, because instead of shipping out cards individually, just once you hit a certain amount of sales, you just have to take all these cards that have sold and send them all to TCG Player, and then they take care of the shipping them out. Which sounds amazing, right? Sounds really cool. And if you're interested in the Direct program, like, it is pretty nice. But I would say the best way of looking at it is like hiring an employee, because it costs a lot more. Like, fees in the Direct program are significantly higher than fees when you don't sell Direct. But also you can, like, there's a markup there. People typically will pay more for a card in the direct program than if they were just buying it from the marketplace anyways. So it's been gone for a while because TCG Player is in the process of moving from New York down to Louisville, Kentucky. It's been down. And while it's been down, I have spent my evenings, you guessed it, shipping out cards. And it's been all right. Like, I actually don't mind the shipping out of cards. I think it's fine. And it's also a cool way to like interface, like actually provide the customer a service by sending them the card instead of just having TCG Player take care of all of that. But I have been feeling it, like margin has not been as prevalent. Things have been pretty stretching. I have been pretty busy. And so I've been just eagerly waiting for it to come back. And it's been down for, gosh, a month and a half now, maybe closer to 2 months. And they've been just rolling it back like slowly. So for instance, initially they said, hey, Destined Rivals is going to be available in the Direct program. And then they said, hey, 151 is going to be available in the Direct program. And then just today, I got another email in terms of just Pokemon cards. It says that starting on Thursday, August 7th at 9 a.m., it's going to be Journey Together is back in the Direct program, Surging Sparks is back in the Direct program, and Prismatic Evolutions is back in the Direct program, which is nice because I have a pretty sizable Prismatic Evolutions inventory right now. And so I'm excited to no longer have to ship those cards out to individual customers and just send those all to TCG Player and let them take care of the shipping. Now again, like I said, my pro seller site is linked down below. If you guys buy from the pro seller site, that will never come from TCG Player. That will always come from me. And I, like, obviously, whenever you guys, people who are viewers of the channel or people who want to buy specifically from me, like, obviously, I love being able to sell cards to y'all. But, you know, the majority of sales that I do still happen via the marketplace or via direct. So that's happening. But yeah, so direct is coming back, and that's a good thing. And so what does that mean for those sets? What does that mean for the Pokemon card market? Well, it does mean that singles will likely go up in value, at least for these sets. And what I mean by that is, because there's a premium that people are willing to pay for cards bought and purchased through the direct program, there's no differentiation on the market price between like cards that are purchased via direct versus cards that are just purchased. So when someone buys a card, that data point is going to make up the market price whether or not it was sold in the direct program or not. So for instance, when I sell a, let's say a market price on a card is $10. If I sell that via the direct program, I'm going to have that card marked up at like anywhere between $13 and $14. And someone will buy that card. I know it seems crazy, like why would someone pay 30 or 40% over market for a card just to have it sold in the direct program? Honestly, I don't know, but it happens all the time. When someone buys that card, that $14 data point gets put with all the other sales and makes up the market price. So typically this means that when these purchases begin happening, as direct continues to open up for Pokemon, for these other card games, that because these direct sales are going to be integrated into the market price, we will probably see some kind of increase in the market price. It probably will go up at least a little bit. So that's my prediction for singles, like as these sets like Journey Together, Surging Sparks, Prismatic start to get re-entered into that direct program, is we might see a slight uptick in the prices in those sets. But again, all three of those sets have been getting reprinted. Like all three of those sets have been feeling the pressure of, supply being higher and higher. So they have been going down in value. So maybe this will just help things like taper off or level out more so than go up, but it will put upward pressure on the prices of those cards. And so if you're a collector, that's just good information to have. It's good information for you to have if you're just someone who purchases cards on TCG Player, the difference between the direct program and buying from the marketplace. But it is coming back for those sets. As a seller, I'm excited. For you, are you excited? Like, do you sell in the direct program? Do you ever want to sell in the direct program? What are your thoughts about the direct program? Please let me know down in the comments. And I'm usually pretty good about replying to all of the comments, but I'm excited to have a little bit of extra margin back in my life in the evenings to list cards, to do some coaching, to record more videos, spend more time making content, all of that stuff, and then also be able to run the business, but do it in a way that's a little less temporally demanding, right? Like just takes less time. So So yeah, that's what I got for today's video. Direct's coming back, and I'm excited. But who knows when the rest of like the Pokemon card inventory will come, because it's gonna take a little bit of time, it sounds like. But anyways, that's what I got for you guys in this one. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Hey, I believe that Jesus loves you, that he has an incredible plan for your life. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.